Okay, I am back up. I just stopped it and I archived it. And so give me a yell. Give me a yell. Is it good? Am I sounding like I'm coming out of a blender or looping on myself or anything like that?
So you could lean up against this bale, but I wouldn't sit on it. It doesn't look that stable. I think they're more for kind of
Sure.
How to keep it out of this system.
Usually not right there because it blocks the view. That's not my problem.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with touching the screen, taking off the and then
I'm gonna.
this is where I was having problems.
Well, that was interesting.
I'm just gonna.
I'm sorry, not to touch the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get Greg to get his shirt on and we'll do a family photo.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I just took a couple pictures of the crowd since some moved out, others have come in. I don't know if some of these who are here to listen to Chris Christie will stay for Bobby Jindal. They might not, I don't know, but I'm sure these next two will be quite interesting. Oh, good, thanks. And for those just joining me, this is Occupier Kaylin coming to you live from the Des Moines Register Soapbox at the Iowa State Fair. Earlier, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee, spoke. She was heckled by a few Republican supporters and by those who want the Democratic Party and Hillary Clinton in particular to not only allow more debates, but to make sure that all of the candidates are able to participate. There is one who is yet officially announced. I heard some noise a while back that Joe Biden might jump in, and people are pressuring him to make a decision by October. So who knows what that'll be. Up next here, since the signs are up on the stage, is Chris Christie. And then after him will be Bobby Jindal. And then after Jindal will be a former commissioner of the Internal Revenue Service. So it looks like we have some more media showing up here.
How are you? Good.
You got enough room there?
I like you to sneeze like right back here.
Yep.
Here, I'm gonna go here. Can I go behind you? Yeah. If I stand over here, you guys gonna kill me?
No, I'm not good at that. I'm sorry.
Struggle City right now. I'm really sorry.
I know. I'm really sorry. I wish our tripods were like not.
Something as light as a monopod?
Is there more room back there?
Yeah, there's just a couple spots back
Oh
here.
my gosh. Would I be
Yeah.
able to-
You might get better visual anyway over there.
That would be hard. All the equipment, you're pretty
Yeah.
self-contained.
That's what's great about the monopod. Yeah, you can slip through there.
All right.
Where does he want us?
Kind of shoved in here, it's tight as you
When the time is here, I'll be there. I'll be there for you. You're good.
You want to pop in there and see if you see it?
I can just raise my monopod up. Yeah, there's a power strip here. So if you need to get juice, I got my juice in my pocket.
Looks like that'll last you a while.
Yeah, I even got another one. Plus, I keep spare batteries.
You are prepared.
Yep. Yeah, I got my issues with that guy also. But what I'm hoping to pick up is how the crowd reacts and a few hopeful surprises. Yeah, they're
You know what? I'll just come in and handhold it. Here, let me do this. I'll just come in and handhold
There's a media guys behind me scrambling to get their setup. There's quite a few more that are coming in. I'm trying to find space for them. It's kind of hard. I'm just making a few adjustments. I'm plugged into my phone is fully charged, but I plugged in my power pack anyway, so hoping immediately so that I can try to keep my juice up. I made the mistake too many times of plugging into the power pack when I'm low on juice, when I should plug in when my phone is fully juiced, so I don't drain the battery as much.
Every time I stand up, I start getting
There are others taking pictures here. Probably shooting video. Besides other media types. That's just another announcement from the main fairgrounds PA system.
lean against it.
Shows that guys, there's people that chair for him.
Huh? If you want to sit in that in chair, I mean, go sit in that in chair. Ask for somebody if they left. Hey, don't move until I come to get you. No, no.
You eat it. But you don't win.
It's clouding up. Yep. Yes. He has already proven that in the past, but I'm pretty sure he will say that again. There may be follow-up from last week's event that I streamed at the Capitol where people who are against Planned Parenthood spoke out and some got quite extremist. So there may be some follow-up on that. And how the crowd reacts, who knows? But I can guarantee that not everybody here right now is Republican. Not counting the media, of course. It's like 1100. It's 1100
Really?
something. Yeah, it went up a little bit. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's been up that so many.
Yeah.
What, 5-6 years now?
Yeah. Someone asked the price of gold, and I had heard that it was like up to 1100 something. So. Earlier, someone asked another guy the price of corn. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't check that stuff. So there's a guy up on the stage taking pictures of the crowd.
You would make a lot of these guys.
Well, they have chairs, but they're all taking.
Usually they're not. You would all see in 20 minutes.
Let's see, there's a few hundred here. There's probably about 200 or 300 here. Maybe more. I don't know. I just raised up to give it a look at the crowd. Yeah, there's definitely probably a few hundred. I'll just leave it at that. Ooh, okay. Go have fun with the grandkid. Give him some hugs for us.
Hey, Fox. You got a sec?
This is not the
Yeah, what's up? See if you can twist that. Tighten or loose it? Loose it. There we go.
See, time is. It might start at 11 o'clock, so it's about. I'm guessing they'll start this one at 11 o'clock since it's approaching that time now. Yeah.
After these speeches, I don't care.
Others behind me are commenting on the weather. It is getting cloudy, so I might just put my shades on top of my head.
Right now, we've got really great. Have you been shooting a lot of these? No. They're brutal, man.
There's one guy talking, works for Iowa Public Radio. He's talking to another guy about when he shoots. They have a website that they put pictures and video on.
I didn't care about it too much until I
Going by on the street in front of the Grand Concourse is one of those trams that I was on a crew for several years ago. And they make circuits around the fairgrounds. Have specific routes like the city buses do. Yeah.
Do a family photo, do a big photo of this, play the game, and look like where's Shirley and where's Sarah Gray. Find where's Waldo.
Yeah. I wish Brain Dead would have signed that bill that would have given more money to the local schools here. He totally messed that up when he vetoed that funding bill for the schools. So now what they have to do is back off. Either cannot hire new staff, or
Now, what's fun, I don't know how it changes.
they have to cut staff, cut some services or programs.
This gal that has been such a Debbie Dennis.
And I don't know if my sister's position will be saved, if hers is considered an essential position or not. So my oldest sister has been working for the Des Moines Public Schools since August of '84 after she graduated from Iowa State.
Back when everybody was drinking, smoking.
And so every time I hear of a budget cut to the schools, I get concerned of whether she's going to get kicked or not. and I want her to be able to retire when she wants. Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear what these guys have to say, but more interesting for me and you is what the crowd will do, what individuals in the crowd will do. That's what that's what I want to find out. That's what I want to see. People are spilling over out up to the edge of the street where the tram is running. And extending back past that gray tent right there. That's the Des Moines Register tent right there. Yeah, I was not here when Bernie was, but I probably would have had to be out here, take the very first bus out here if I wanted to be here for him, but since I didn't do that. But this is a good-sized crowd. I don't know if they'll stay like this for Jindal or not. Who knows? Yeah. Actually, I think turkey's being nice. But the rotten eggs, possibilities. It's another photographer trying to stake out a spot.
Nobody's believing. Oh, did he? I think Carson often just got a little bit. He did an interview on the Skywalker.
As I referenced, a couple of guys to my left are talking about Bernie Sanders' visit to the fair and Ben Carson, and did they skip the pork tent or did they go? Or what else did they do? That's they're chatting about. The pork tent is one of the oldest vendors here at the fairgrounds, and it's the pork producers here run that, and they are the ones who sell the most pork, like pork chops on a stick, ribs, and other things of that nature. And I have been over there in the past year, so it is a big one. And of course, when we had the rain here a few days ago, people were ducking under anything they could. So even if someone dug under there, even if they didn't want to get any pork, they would just duck under to get out of the weather. So you could stick a couple hundred people under there. Yeah, you can sneak through here.
They're beautiful.
You know what? Better to be short than to be long. Where are you from?
We might have the same camera. Yeah. Mine's an older. Till 19. Pretty basic.
Mine's one step down. There's a newer one than this one. It's the same. Since 75.
Yeah, as long as there's a speaker system.
Surprised they haven't shut the trams down yet.
Speaker back there.
We'll keep the fan.
And that's the key with this. The reason I got this is it has headphone jack and like that's rare.
I don't think they can see it. There's some space back there. But I think there's some position. I don't think you just sit up there.
I got tired of I usually just filming with my disc camera, but there's no headphone.
You've been there for 2 hours.
I don't know what.
Don't set your camera up right in front of me.
Although I'm finding it.
Yep, that's about the size of it.
Is it?
Yep. And as I staked out this spot.
Does it pay off to arrive at the last minute?
Hello.
With the last round.
I'm gonna stand right by you. Did what Mom told me really happened
No,
with the
I've heard some stuff here.
well, I just heard that someone assaulted a bunny person.
Oh, no, I didn't get that. So I couldn't see from over here, so I probably couldn't have got it on my stream.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have got it anyway. But I mean, I was facing that way, but I probably couldn't have. I probably didn't capture it.
How you doing though?
I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome. What's your name again? Hi, Janelle. This is my friend Kaylin. Kaylin,
Hello.
I'm trying to. I know. Kaylin from Occupy.
Well, if you measure it,
You want me to stand right now then? Yeah, just like make sure you're out of Kaylin's shot. She's live streaming. So get to the other side of her.
Get to the right here.
Yeah. I mean, I can also raise up.
Yep,
So.
you're good. And just put that stuff down.
It was right after he had his trip to England. That's why he was trying to play down the road. There was a lot of criticism of his travel.
As you can see, more people have arrived, including Heaven, who announced during the height of the Occupy protest that she will run for president when she gets in. I think it's about to start.
Welcome to the Des Moines Register Political Soapbox. Our next speaker is New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. He, of course, is seeking the Republican nomination for the presidency. He was first elected as a freeholder in Morris County, New Jersey. He also served as a U.S. Attorney in the New Jersey District in the George W. Bush administration. He was elected New Jersey Governor in 2010, re-elected in 2014. Governor Christie, welcome to the Soapbox.
All right. No speech from me this morning. I want your questions. I want all 20 minutes to be your questions, not you hearing some speech from me. So let's get to your questions. The lady in the Cubs hat.
Hi, Angie from Urbandale. My question is, how would you secure the border?
How would you secure the borders?
The question is, how would I secure the border when I become president? Four things we need to do. First is, in the urban areas around the border, we need to build a wall or a fence in those urban areas because they're very heavily populated, and that's the best way to do it. Second, we need to put FBI agents, DEA agents, and ATF agents in with our Border Patrol agents to interdict the drugs and the guns that are coming across our border. They're the ones that are best at it. We need to put them there. Third, we need to use electronic surveillance. We're using drones all over the world. We should use them on the southern border with cameras and other surveillance to make sure that we put our human resources, our Border Patrol officers and others in the right places, in the places that are difficult to patrol on foot. And fourth, and I think most importantly, is every employer in America has to use E-Verify. The reason these folks are coming across the border is to work. And if they know that you cannot be employed in this country if you're not here legally, then they're not going to come because they're only coming for a job. And here's what we need to do to the employers, because they're part of the problem too. You know, they need to be fined double whatever their profit is from hiring cheaper illegal labor. And if we do that, we do those four things, that's going to secure the border. and then we can move forward and grow in our economy in this country, not worry about that problem. But be careful, don't go for just one easy answer. This is a tough problem. We haven't solved it for 30 years. Let's use all 4 of those tools to do it really effectively and really efficiently. I enforced the law in New Jersey for 7 years as the U.S. Attorney, and now for nearly 6 as the Governor. When I get to the White House, I will know how to enforce the law at the southern border. All right. Yes, ma'am, back there, the purple shirt. The question is, she said Alzheimer's is the most expensive disease in America. If I get elected, what will we do? This is part of the reason why I've put forward an entitlement reform program to save over $1.2 trillion over the next 10 years. Because you know what? The National Institutes of Health, their budget only went up 0.1%. The National Science Foundation went down 4%. We're not spending money on what we need to spend to improve the quality of people's lives. We need to partner with the private sector and the government through the NIH to say we can find a treatment and a cure for Alzheimer's, extend people's lives and make the quality of their life better. But that's only going to happen if we do 2 things. One, the government has to invest, but also we need to protect the pharmaceutical companies in this country as well. They're spending a lot of their private money to try to come up with cures and treatments as well, and then we let people steal their intellectual property. We can't let that happen. We can't let China or any of the other countries do that. So I would protect our pharmaceutical companies and their hard work that they're doing, and then increase the budget for the National Institutes of Health and the National Science Foundation so we can get these great doctors and scientists in the United States to have Alzheimer's be the next place where we bring an effective treatment and a cure. We all need that. We need that for our loved ones, and we need that to make our country a better and more productive place. Yes, ma'am.
The growing rural America is affordable, reliable electricity. As you're aware, EPA just recently announced their clean power plan, which I feel jeopardizes both of those. What do we do?
Well, first off, New Jersey has already sent in our objection to the Clean Power Plan the President's put forward. This President regulates things in a way that just makes absolutely no sense. It kills jobs in America, and it kills technology and advancement in America. And what we need to do, listen, this is what we do in New Jersey. I think that each state should be able to do the thing that works best for them. I drive throughout Iowa here, and I see wind power all over the state. It makes sense in a big, wide open state like yours to be able to have wind power be part of what we do, to have a cleaner footprint in terms of our energy, and a more cost, a lower cost electricity as well. In New Jersey, though, we're the most densely populated state in America. 8.9 million people in that little space, right? And so we started to put windmills in New Jersey, there'd be a riot. So we're not going to do that, all right? But here's what we're doing in New Jersey. Here's the bet you're going to win tonight. When you go to one of these states, go over to the 27-degree beer, sit up on the bar and say to somebody, name the top 3 states in America in solar energy production. Well, they'll get the first 2, because the first 2 are California and Arizona. But you're going to win on number 3, because number 3 is the Garden State of New Jersey. Solar power works in our state. You don't need as much space for it. And so 53% of our electricity in New Jersey comes from nuclear. We use natural gas. And we're the 3rd largest solar producer in America. You know what that means? We've reached our 2020 clean air goals already without this intervention from the Obama EPA that is killing jobs and killing opportunity in our country. As president, we'll take exactly the same approach, empower all of you to come up, what's the best solution in Iowa? Go ahead and do it. If it's best for Iowans, then it's good for the rest of the country as well. Let New Jersey do what they do, and all the other 48 states do what they do as well. All right. In the back, the lady with the blue hat. Well, if I'm President of the United States, I don't think anybody who knowingly came here illegally should become a citizen. I just don't believe they should become a citizen. And I think American citizenship is an enormous gift. It's an enormous gift. And if you came here by breaking the law, I don't believe you should get citizenship. Now, we're going to have to figure out what we do. And that's why this lady's question in the beginning about what you're going to do to secure the border is the first thing. Americans do not want us adding to that number. They don't want us adding to that number. But by the same token, we don't want people to be rewarded for knowing illegal conduct. Doesn't make any sense to reward folks for that. You're just encouraging that conduct even more. So that's what I would do as president, and we would work to make sure that the folks that are here are treated fairly.
He did not reference those who came as children. They're yelling citizenship now. They're yelling over there.
The questions on national service, AmeriCorps in particular. They were an enormous help during Hurricane Sandy. AmeriCorps volunteers from all over America came to help us recover during Hurricane Sandy, and we're extremely grateful for it. Here's what we would do. I want to expand national service even more as part of the way to deal with the student debt crisis we have in this country. Students are graduating with 6 figures of student debt to go to college, and they have a mortgage. They can't buy a home. They maybe can't get married or have children because they have to pay off this debt. One of the options I want to give to students is to serve national service to our country to help pay off their student loans. They can help to make their communities, their state, their country a better place. Everybody wins, and it helps to lower their debt. That's what I would do as president. Yes, sir. Superman. Well, if the question's on renewable fuel standards, and I've been very clear on this, and it goes right in coordination with this lady's question here. We need more options, not less in America. We need more options for energy to make energy more affordable. That's going to help us to build more manufacturing jobs and have more people employed in this country. Here's the thing. On renewable fuel standards, we should enforce the laws that's on the books now. The law's there. And it's this Obama administration that refuses to enforce the law on renewable fuel standards. The law should be enforced here. And here's what I say to other candidates. Make up your mind. Don't say one thing and I'll say something different in New Hampshire and something different in South Carolina. You got a position, tell the people of the country what your position is. I'm for more options in energy, and I'm for the renewable fuel standard, and that won't change. And when I'm president, we will enforce the law that's on the books, all the laws that are on the books. Question is, what's the plan to curb the influence of big money? Here's the thing. We've tried every different law and different way, and here's the problem. Lawyers write these laws, then we hire lawyers to figure out how to get around the laws they just wrote. And we find a way to do it every time. Here's what I would do. Let anybody donate any amount of money they want to donate to any candidate, but they have to reveal that in 24 hours. So that you know who's giving me money, who's giving any other candidate money. Right now, the system we have is there's a lot of money that's being given with absolutely no transparency at all. You don't know who's giving us the money. What you're really getting at is, how are we influenced by the money? It's not the money, it's do we change our policies because who gives us money? So, if you see that somebody gives me a lot of money and then 24 hours later I reveal it, and then 2 weeks later I change the position I had before to be in line with the person who gave me money, well then you can make the conclusion you want to make. We're always going to end up having money involved in politics. It's 330 million people in this country. We've got to communicate to them. Communicate to them effectively to try to get elected. So let's take all of the curtains away from it and make me responsible too. Because if I get the money, I have to spend the money, and I'm responsible. Right now, these super PACs and other groups, I'm not even responsible nor is any other candidate for what they say. You should be able to hold us responsible. And that's the way I would fix it. Yes, ma'am, right there. Should businesses be able? No, they should not. Listen, we have a system of laws in this country, and those laws need to be followed. And the fact is that religious organizations should be protected from having to do anything that violates their religious beliefs as a religious organization. They should be protected. But other businesses who want to do business, they should have to be able to do business under the laws of our country. When I take an oath of office as governor, my oath of office is to enforce the laws of the state of New Jersey, not the laws I like or the laws that I agree with, but all the laws. And if we don't want to have a country of men and women, but a country of laws where everyone's treated equally, that's what we need to do. And so religious organizations absolutely should be protected. Everyone should be able to freely practice their religion the way they see fit, but businesses should not be allowed to discriminate. No. All right. Yes, sir. So fast.
Apparently is having a hard time.
I could only hear part of what you said. I think it was about scientific research and marijuana. Was that what you were asking about legalization of marijuana? Because I couldn't hear you. Listen, I have a really clear position on marijuana in general. It's illegal in the United States of America, except in in specific instances where it's used for medical purposes. We're now allowing, the president's allowing, certain states to just go ahead and use it recreationally. That's wrong. In my opinion, that's wrong. We got to enforce the laws in this country. Not just the laws we like. We enforce the laws in this country. And if folks want to make marijuana legal, then go to Congress. Get them to change the law. But we should not have ad hoc, one state at a time, changing laws. It's not the right thing to do. And I will tell you, it creates lawlessness in this country, everybody. That's how we get sanctuary cities also. Because certain mayors don't want to enforce the immigration laws. We should enforce the laws that are on the books. And if you want to change those laws, then go to Congress and change them. But if I'm president, we're going to enforce the laws that are on the books and enforce them aggressively.
Fundraising techniques, and you go get money from all the corporations.
That's a really interesting comment. You know, this is a wise guy. This is a wise guy who forgets that I'm from New Jersey. You're minor league compared to what I deal with most of the time, brother. So,
he was asking about corporate support.
Yes, sir, in the back. Yep. I heard you say something about China and Russia, but a little bit louder. Move up a little. There you go. Our place in the world. He asked about Russia and China slowly getting more influence in the world. What would I do to change it? Listen, first thing is, this president has been the weakest president on foreign policy that we have had in my lifetime. He makes Jimmy Carter look strong. And the fact is, here's what I do. First thing is, we need to make sure that we do more military exercises in Eastern Europe. We need to put missile defense back in Poland to make sure that the Russians understand they've taken Crimea, they're in Ukraine now. No further. No further for Russia than what they've done already, and Mr. Putin needs to understand that there'll be a president who will not put up with his adventurism around the world. And in China, they're building these military islands, artificial islands in the South China Sea to try to make sure that they restrict shipping lanes. We don't want the Chinese to control that. Those are free, open international waters. So we need to rebuild our military. This president has weakened our military in a way that's made America less influential in the world. So we need to rebuild our army to 500,000 active duty soldiers, 185,000 active duty Marines. We need to make sure we get the 350 ships in the Navy. And we need to make sure we get the 2,600 aircraft in the Air Force. That's what I will do. Part of the reason we're going to save money in other parts of the budget. Rebuild our military so we have a clear signal to Russia and to China that we don't want a war, but we are not going to allow them to tread on the United States of America.
Stock market took a huge plunge, along with China devaluating their dollar. What are you going to do to prevent that in the future? A lot of Americans probably lost money in their IRAs, 401ks, what are you going to do to bring it down?
He's asking a financial question about international finance.
He asked about
China's
the economy, the drop in the stock market this week, the devaluation of the Chinese currency. There was a lot in there. Here's what we'll say. To strengthen our economy, we don't need to worry about China. We need to worry about what's happening in the United States of America. Our taxes are too high. The tax code is rigged for the rich, not for everyday working folks. We need to get rid of all these entitlements, loopholes, and these exceptions. And what we need to do is just keep two of them.
Caught himself.
Home mortgage deduction and the charitable contribution deduction. And then lower our rates to 28% on the high end and 8% on the low end. Let people keep more of their own money, invest it the way they want. Lower our corporate tax rates as well, get rid of their deductions so we can start creating jobs again. And there's $2 trillion offshore. They won't sit back because Barack Obama wants to tax them to death. I'd give them a one-time chance to come and bring that money back in as long as they were investing it in American jobs, get jobs growing again so our kids get out of school and can be employed and work hard.
I will call them slip and said entitlements instead of, loopholes.
I regard him as a member of my own family. He's very kind to me. He jumps in my lap. Anytime I sit down, he likes to play tag. When I share food with him, he always wants to have some of my food. Not unlike many Americans, I regard this dog as a member of my family. And yet, other animals, if this dog hasn't been
Talking about a dog.
instead of a dog, you would want to torture and kill this animal.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to torture and kill this animal. This is a question about hog crates. And oh, here we go.
Civil disobedience. Arrest happening. Arrest happening.
Well, let me be really clear about that.
Or just removal.
To tell you the truth, when something like that happens, and I'm here in Iowa, man, I feel right at home. Feels like I'm back in Jersey for a couple of minutes. So thank you, Iowa, for doing that. Second, let me be really clear. I believe that farmers should be able to make the decisions about how best to raise their livestock, not government bureaucrats. I vetoed that bill twice in New Jersey. If it comes to my desk again, I'll veto it again. And I thank them. I thank them for the opportunity.
Iran deal.
The Iran deal is the single worst thing that the president has done in his 7 years as president, and that's a high bar. We cannot permit Israel to be threatened by Iranian nuclear weapons. We cannot permit the United States to be threatened by Iranian nuclear weapons. If I were president of the United States, I would have walked away from that table and told the Iranians when they were serious, come back and talk to me. And when I am president, the Iranians will know, including the Ayatollah, that there's a new sheriff in the Oval Office. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, and the Ayatollah would know that too. Yeah. The gentleman from AARP shockingly wants to know about Social Security. Let's remember something. Harvard and Dartmouth just did a study, said in 7 to 8 years, Social Security will be broke. We can't allow that to happen. Social Security is there to make sure that our elderly who pay into the system, play by the rules and work hard, don't grow old in poverty, don't have to choose between heat and rent and food. So here's what we need to do. We're all living longer. We're all living longer. Women live to 83 years old now in America on average. Men live to 79. I see this lady smiling. We're catching up. Don't worry, the men are coming. We were back 6 years before, so we need to raise the retirement age 2 years, but we can phase it in over 25 years. That's 1 month increase a year for 25 years, and it'll help our kids and our grandkids have Social Security, be there for them. And for the wealthiest Americans, they don't need to get a Social Security check. They don't need to do it. The alternative is to raise taxes on everyone. Why would we want to give more money to the government for Social Security when they already lied to us and stole from the trust fund? No more money for the government. Fix the benefits and make Social Security secure.
The protesters on right are still yelling citizenship now.
The national debt's out of control. That's why I've said that $1.2 trillion can be saved over the next 10 years by making those reforms to entitlements. And in New Jersey, as governor, I cut over 800 programs out of the budget and vetoed more spending, line item veto more spending than any governor in New Jersey history. I will take the same approach as president. We'll control spending on entitlements, we'll control spending in other areas, and we'll invest more in research, and we'll invest more in our military to make us the economic power of the world and the military power of the world the way we are now and the way we should be for the next generations to come. They're telling me my time is up. I'm going to be all around asking questions all day today. I love the Iowa State Fair. Love all of you. Thanks for your warm welcome. I appreciate it.
And that was Governor Chris Christie from New Jersey.
Never done. That was the best one I've seen.
And
Yeah, exactly.
I promised you surprises, and there was some. And then the next one will be Bobby Jindal. There will be a break in between now and when he takes the stage. So another crowd change. People who are here specifically to hear Chris Christie will filter out. And others who want to come in for Bobby Jindal will filter in.
and they're pointless.
I think the media may stay the same. Some may they may change positions.
Does that deserve no, let me hang too. Don't feel bad. We have everyone hanging right now. We got 30 of them. And they're all out now. And also we have another quarter that we requested from headquarters to get. So, and then our Iowa
This
contact
is a Superman that he was referring to. He has a Superman logo on his shirt.
Oh yeah. So we're the t-shirts are coming from New Jersey, and we're waiting on.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Behind you. Just alerting someone that a woman wants to pass. The protesters calling for citizenship now are still over there at the edge of the crowd. Yeah. Yeah, I think.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Yep.
Yeah. I think the big banks are definitely behind Christie. I still think it was funny when he meant to say, he said entitlements when he meant to say loopholes. So I think that was a slip. So if you watching this and you're able to take a snapshot of that or grab that clip after I take this down, which I may go ahead and take this one down now, archive it. So anyone who can highlight it, who knows how to do that, if you're watching on Ustream, highlight that where he said entitlements, loopholes, that's a slip on his part. I would blast that. So give me a minute. I'm going to take my stream down and archive it and then come back up so anyone can grab highlights.